Alright, so in this problem, problem 36 for baseball, we got to compare the average number of home runs hit in each stadium, okay, in the first half of the 2001 season. So in order to do this, we got to create this back-to-back stem and leaf plot. So put the data in list 1 and list 2 for American and National League, okay, and this will help you out. Go to stat, sort ascending, sort A, and then put in L1, and then you can either push second enter or go back and do it again and put in L2. And now when you go back in your list is in order. So, alright, so we got to do back-to-back stem and leaf plots. So I've already done mine, so I didn't waste time. Alright, so those are your stems, those are your leaves, there's your key. Alright, and now we got to compare them. Okay, so make sure you got your headings and your key, and then we got to compare center, shape, spread, and unusual features. Okay. So let's talk about the American League. We're going to go with center. I'm going to find the middle number, the median. There's 14 numbers there, so that means that the median must occur between the 7th and the 8th number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 7th number is 9.5. Okay. The 8th number is 10. Okay. So that means right between 9.5 and 10 is the median here is 9.75. Now the median here is going to be, there's 16 numbers, so it's going to be between the 8th and the 9th number. There's the 8th, there's the 9th. Okay, so, well, what's right in between 9.5 and 9.5? The median here is 9.5. Okay. So the average number of home runs hit, as defined by the mean in American League stadiums, is slightly higher than the average number of hits as defined by the median in National League centers. Okay? Let's talk about shape. The American League is definitely fairly unimodal and symmetric. Okay? The National League, if we look at it like this, okay, I would say is unimodal and slightly skewed right. Okay? But if we take that outlier out, then we would probably say it's unimodal and fairly symmetric. Okay, so if we leave the outlier in, we would say it's skewed right. So we're going to leave it at it's unimodal and fairly skewed right, slightly skewed right, with an outlier at 14. Okay, that 14 is definitely an outlier. Okay, and then the spread. Okay, well, if we look at the spread, this goes from 8.3 to 11.1. So that's like 1.8, and this goes from 7.9 to, I'm going to omit the outlier now, 11.6. So 11.6 minus 7.9 is 3.7. And you could see if you just look at this data cluster versus this data cluster, okay, this data cluster varies more. Okay, it's wider. So what are we going to say? We're going to say that the American League parks are more consistent. The National League parks are more varied. Okay, so we've compared center by the median, shape we talked about unimodal and symmetric, slightly skewed right, spread. Okay, just looking at these, or you could use the range like I just did. But if you use the range, omit this outlier. Okay, because this outlier is not a typical number of home runs hit in a national park. And we talked about unusual features as defined by the outlier that's at Coors Field. So we've basically answered all three questions.